Imagine the vast expanse of our universe, a cosmic ocean teeming with mysteries that could rewrite everything we know about our place in the stars. Picture this. Among the over 1.3 million known asteroids hurtling through space and the approximately 39,000 near-Earth objects that keep astronomers on constant alert, something utterly extraordinary streaks into view. It's not just another rock from our solar neighborhood. It's a visitor from the depths of interstellar space, the third one humanity has ever confirmed. This is 3I/ATLAS, discovered on July 1st, 2025, by Chile's ATLAS survey telescope, racing toward us at a mind-boggling 130,000 miles per hour. That's twice the speed of the first interstellar wanderer we ever spotted. But here's where the intrigue deepens, pulling you into a web of cosmic coincidence and shadowy military maneuvers. Right around the time this alien comet was barreling through our solar system, the U.S. Space Force made unexplained shifts to a critical launch window for an Atlas V rocket in April 2025. Official explanations cited weather and scheduling conflicts, but whispers from aerospace insiders suggest something more. Something classified. Why the sudden change? Was it mere happenstance, or did the military's advanced tracking systems detect this interstellar intruder months earlier? Stick with me as we unravel this tale, because by the end, you'll see how this rare event could forever alter our understanding of space defense, scientific discovery, and the hidden forces guarding our skies. Don't click away. The revelations ahead are worth every second. Let's set the stage properly, because this isn't just about a speeding space rock. It's a story that blends cutting-edge science with the high-stakes world of national security. As of September 2025, our knowledge of the cosmos has expanded dramatically. We've cataloged over 1.3 million asteroids in total, with near-Earth objects, NEOs, numbering around 39,000, up from about 37,000 at the start of the year. These NEOs are the ones that orbit close enough to Earth to warrant close monitoring, as even a small one could pose risks if its path crosses ours. But interstellar objects? They're the unicorns of astronomy, rarer than hitting the jackpot in a galactic lottery. In all of human history, we've only confirmed three. One I/Oumuamua in 2017, two I/Borisov in 2019, and now three I/Atlas in 2025. Each one arrives unannounced, defying the predictable paths of solar system bodies and challenging everything from our telescopes to our defense strategies. 3I/ATLAS, formerly designated C/2025 N1 ATLAS, was first spotted as a faint dot against the Chilean night sky, but calculations quickly revealed its hyperbolic trajectory, a one-way ticket through our system, unbound by the sun's gravity. Moving at 58 kilometers per second relative to the sun, or roughly 130,000 miles per hour, it's a hypervelocity messenger from another star system, and its retrograde orbit, traveling backwards compared to most objects in our solar system, adds an extra layer of enigma. Retrograde motion like this, inclined at about 175 degrees to the ecliptic plane, suggests it formed in a stellar environment wildly different from ours, perhaps flung out by gravitational chaos around a distant sun billions of years ago. What makes 3I/ATLAS so terrifyingly captivating isn't just its speed or origin, it's the timing of its appearance coinciding with peculiar activities on Earth. Back in April 2025, months before the public announcement of the comet's discovery, the U.S. Space Force quietly adjusted the launch window for an Atlas V mission carrying Amazon's Project Kuiper satellites. These military launches are precision-engineered affairs, timed to the second to avoid any risk to billion-dollar assets in orbit. Yet the window shifted without fanfare, with official reasons boiling down to vague mentions of weather concerns and range scheduling conflicts. Seasoned reporters and insiders raised eyebrows. Such explanations felt too pat, too rehearsed for an operation of this caliber. Now, with hindsight, we know 3I/ATLAS was already inbound, its path potentially intersecting sensitive orbital zones. Did the Space Force's Space Domain Awareness (SDA) system, America's ultimate cosmic watchdog. Pick it up early? SDA isn't just passive observation. It's a sophisticated network of radars, like the space fence on Kwajalein Atoll, capable of detecting objects as small as a baseball zipping through space. It analyzes trajectories, predicts close approaches, and safeguards U.S. space assets worth trillions. For an unpredictable interstellar object like 3I/ATLAS, shedding dust and gas as it heats up near the sun, the risks are amplified. A single fragment at that speed could obliterate a satellite, disrupting GPS, communications, or even military operations worldwide. Dive deeper with me into why this adjustment raises so many questions, and you'll see how it could be the tip of a much larger iceberg. Space Force missions operate under ironclad protocols where even a 1% collision risk is unacceptable. The April shift wasn't broadcast in press releases. It slipped under the radar, noticed only by those in the know who monitor public launch schedules religiously. But behind the scenes, SDA was likely humming with activity. This system doesn't just track, it fuses intelligence from ground-based radars, space-based sensors, and even commercial partners to create a comprehensive picture of threats in the space domain. Interstellar visitors like 3I/ATLAS are the ultimate wildcards. They don't follow elliptical orbits like our local asteroids or comets. They barrel in from the void, often on retrograde paths that make prediction a nightmare. For military planners, this represents both a peril and a priceless opportunity. The peril? Debris from the comet's growing coma, a cloud of dust and gas observed by NASA's Hubble telescope on July 21, 2025, could create hypervelocity projectiles capable of punching through satellites like tissue paper. Hubble's images showed the coma expanding as solar heat sublimated the comet's ices, rich in carbon dioxide, water, carbon monoxide, and other compounds unlike anything in our solar system. The ESO's Very Large Telescope later confirmed a tail forming, stretching millions of miles and potentially littering orbits with hazardous fragments. Now imagine launching a spy satellite or communications array during this cosmic flyby. One errant ice shard at 130,000 miles per hour. And poof, catastrophic failure. That's the nightmare keeping Space Force commanders up at night. NASA has assured us 3I/ATLAS poses no direct threat to Earth itself, with its closest approach to the Sun on October 30th, 2025, at about 1.4 astronomical units, roughly 130 million miles. But in space, where even paint flecks can crack space station windows, everything counts. Debris from defunct satellites has already forced ISS crews into shelters multiple times. Amplify that with an alien comet's trail, and the stakes skyrocket. This is why some analysts speculate the April delay was no accident. It was a deliberate exercise using 3I/ATLAS as a real-world test for collision avoidance. Think about it. When else do you get a live interstellar object to practice on? These visitors come maybe once every few years, each one more bizarre than the last. Missing the chance would be a strategic blunder. But the opportunity side is what really hooks you in. It's like turning a potential disaster into a training goldmine. Defense experts believe Space Force leveraged 3I/ATLAS to hone their SDA capabilities, practicing rapid trajectory calculations, debris field modeling, and launch rescheduling under operational secrecy. The 2023 Space Policy Directive elevated planetary defense and NEO monitoring to national security priorities, not just scientific side notes. With rivals like China and Russia ramping up their orbital presence, China launching military satellites monthly, Russia maintaining vast surveillance networks, revealing too much about U.S. tracking prowess could tip our hand. Admitting the delay was tied to an interstellar comet might expose classified algorithms or sensor sensitivities. Instead, quiet adjustments maintain deniability while building resilience. This aligns with Space Force doctrine. Adapt to the unknown, because 3I/ATLAS won't be the last. The next could arrive with less warning, faster speeds, or a trajectory threatening key infrastructure. Lessons from this event could safeguard our trillion-dollar space economy. From GPS guiding your daily commute to weather satellites predicting storms. Hold on, because here's where the chill factor amps up. What if the real worry wasn't the comet, but what it might leave behind? At hypervelocities, even marble-sized fragments become weapons of physics. 3I/ATLAS is actively shedding material, its tail documented by telescopes worldwide, creating a debris stream that could persist for years. In a domain already cluttered with 30,000 plus trackable objects larger than a softball, adding alien debris is a recipe for chaos. Our space traffic systems strain under the load. An unpredictable visitor could tip them over. What do you think? Was this coincidence or calculated? Drop your theories in the comments, and if you're hooked on these cosmic puzzles intertwined with military secrets, smash that subscribe button. We're diving into stories mainstream news skips, and you won't want to miss what's next. Shifting gears to the military implications, the alignment is too precise to dismiss. April's launch tweak, July's discovery. Now with full context, it screams strategic foresight. Space Force follows classified protocols where low-probability risks trigger high-consequence responses. But what if they didn't just dodge 3I/ATLAS? They embraced it as the perfect adversary for drills. From a tactical viewpoint, it's genius. Track the intruder, map its debris expansion, pinpoint collision windows, then execute real-time shifts, all shrouded in operational security. No headlines, no leaks, just efficiency. This meshes with the Space Force's 2024 budget push for $584 million in SDA investments, focusing on geosynchronous orbits, where our most vital satellites reside. It's not paranoia, it's preparedness in a contested domain. The terrifying truth? 3I/ATLAS highlights our vulnerability. 3 visitors in 8 years, each weirder. Oumuamua's unexplained acceleration, Borisov's odd chemistry, now 3I/ATLAS's retrograde sprint, and CO2-rich makeup. Patterns emerge, stranger, faster, less predictable. What if the next one lingers, captured by gravity into Earth orbit? Launches halt, economies stutter, defenses scramble. Detection windows shrink. 3I/ATLAS gave months, but others might offer days. Classified SDA data, precise paths, rotations, densities, stays hidden, fueling scientific military synergy. This isn't sci-fi, it's the evolving battlefield of space superiority. Before we peel back more layers, a quick aside: if life's twists land you in a bind, like an injury far from home, remember there's help. I once thought I needed NASA for navigation, but turns out, for legal battles, Morgan & Morgan is the way. America's largest injury firm, with over 1,000 attorneys and 100-plus offices nationwide. I tried a local lawyer, on hold forever, but Morgan & Morgan secured $12 million for a Florida client after insurers lowballed at $350,000. They only get paid if they win. No upfront fees. File from your couch or anywhere. Click the link below or scan the QR code. If injured, check them out. Their fee is free unless they win. Back to the cosmos. 3 visitors in 8 years signal interstellar traffic is busier than thought. If patterns hold, we're unprepared for captures or collisions. Space Force knows. Their SDA evolves with each event, from Oumuamua's protocols to Borisov's gaps. 3I/ATLAS tests responses when evasion fails. Scientifically, 3I/ATLAS is a treasure. Discovered July 1st, 2025, its hyperbolic path and retrograde tilt reveal alien origins. CO2-dominant ices suggest ultra-cold formation. Isotopic ratios could date it beyond our sun's age. Hubble and Gemini images show coma and tail evolution, a snapshot of extraterrestrial chemistry. Predecessors rewrote books: Oumuamua's cigar shape and thrust, Borisov's exotic gases. Each teaches diversity in stellar systems. Yet military eyes see threats, unpredictable variables in traffic management. Smaller undetected objects might swarm constantly. April's shift preps for routine visitors, turning impossible into inevitable. In sum, whether coincidence or cunning, This event shows our solar system's openness. More come. Space Force watches readying for what they bring. Subscribe for more. The next could redefine us.